Sea tugboat discovered a huge ship in the South Pacific. They called over the radio. The other party did not receive any response. After they get closer, Ruth recognized it at a glance. This is a Russian ship, and it was found from the data that this is still the largest space research ship in Russia. At this point, the captain called again with a loud horn. Still no response from anyone. What exactly happened on the ship? A group of people boarded the research ship to explore the truth. After a search, except for the mess on the ship, but there wasn't even a single person there, and all the electrical circuits on board were also cut off. Of all the people on the ship disappeared out of thin air. While everyone was still speculating, the captain seemed to smell a large bounty. According to maritime law, if they can tow this steamship from the high seas to a safe place, Russia will have to pay for the rescue costs for their next voyage. Such a high-tech ship. It's worth dozens of small goals anyway. Everyone is excited. Even if it's a journey, it's enough to make everyone wealthy overnight. The captain immediately asked Chief Engineer Jack to find the generator, restore power and start the engine. Other personnel cooperate in throwing the research ship's cable onto the tugboat. Soon Jack fixed the generator on his end and restored power, but the main engine in the cab seems to be running autonomously, completely free from manual control. Surveillance is also automatically monitoring their every move. Next, start displaying Show My Screen on the host. This scene stunned everyone. After Jack learned about the situation, keep your teammates here. He came to the deck, seeing the crew's lives hanging on the line. Hurry up and jump into the sea to rescue your teammates. That's great now. I haven't received the bounty yet. Take a boat on your own and get in first. This also made them realize that there must be someone else on the ship. So the captain asked the old black suit to go to the engine room to support their teammates. They went to the medical room to treat the wounded. Lao He is on his way to the engine room, collected some weapons from the military treasury, and discover a secret research room. Just as they were still curious about what would be inside, a machine monster connected to a cable suddenly appeared. In panic, Old Black hit the butt with a shot, and timely replenished the gun. Kill the machine monster. How could there be a machine monster on the ship? Why is it emitting a certain foul odor again? Subsequently, driven by curiosity, entering the research room, what caught my eye was a busy scene. A group of machine monsters are performing their respective tasks, producing various components. Old Black curiously touched the working robot monster with a gun. In a wave of chaos, the Old Black too escaped. Fortunately, it's just a nail gun, otherwise his teammates will be killed by his curiosity. Ruth is stitching up the wound on the injured person's side. A mask suddenly appeared in the storage cabinet. Shoot them like crazy. Jack carefully took off the mask. It's actually a woman. But she didn't die. Who is she? What is it related to this ship? What happened on the ship again? These questions can only be known after he wakes up. Subsequently, Jack contacted Old Black. After they all told each other about their respective situations, decided to merge in the engine room. When Jack and his team arrived, but I didn't see any trace of my teammates, and the door of the engine room has been securely welded, combining everyone's experiences on the ship. All of this is too weird. Meanwhile, that girl also woke up. So the girl's name is Ziomei. He is the scientific director of the research ship. A week ago, their research ship collaborates with the Mir space station to carry out tasks here. Unexpectedly, the space station was suddenly attacked by mysterious extraterrestrial energy. They hacked into the computer host of the research ship through satellites, scanned all the information in the database, and crazily learned human knowledge. Killed all the crew members. They also used the crew members' bodies as parts, using biomechanics to transform into a killing puppet that is half human and half machine. They don't have any cells. Essentially, electrical intelligence is extremely intelligent. Finally, he cut off the power supply on the ship, just lucky enough to survive. But the captain didn't take Zemai's remarks seriously, and think it's just a Russian conspiracy, because the captain is always thinking about the bounty that can make him rich overnight. Just then, a storm arose on the sea surface. No response from the ship's rudder. There is a possibility of a research ship capsizing at any time, so they prepared to go to the engine room, find a way to open the welded hatch. On the way, they suddenly heard noise coming from inside the closed cabin. Jack saw the face of the missing crew member through the glass, so he disregarded everyone's persuasion, determined to open the cabin door. Unexpectedly, the crew in the engine room has been transformed into biorobotics, and there's a bigger machine monster behind him. Everyone quickly hid in the communication room. Old Black repairs communication equipment. When calling for help from outside, unexpectedly he was shot and destroyed by the captain. The captain is worried that the research ship will be occupied by others. Ruth finally couldn't stand the motherless captain, knocking him to the ground with a punch. Seeing biological machines about to break through the gate, Old Black had a brainstorm, thinking of using computers to communicate with them. After communication, only then did we learn that extraterrestrial energy bodies actually mistook humans for viruses on Earth. They want to obtain important biological resources such as human tissues and nerves from it. That is to say, after they treated humans as viruses and eliminated them, process the important biological parts as parts again. This also made everyone realize the true meaning of extraterrestrial energy bodies. Hence, they decided to find the computer host, kill extraterrestrial energy bodies. After everyone escapes again, the captain refused to leave. He thinks this is the best treasure given to him by heaven, so he revealed his identity to the aliens, and he said he could help them get to the port, to gain the trust of aliens. He also went to the production workshop of Birobotics, proactively accepting the other party's transformation. On the other side, Jack and his team arrived at the main engine room. Only then did I realize that the host had already disappeared. Subsequently, they were chased by Birobotics. Under helplessness, everyone can only climb to the deck to avoid it, but the huge storm left them nowhere to hide. They tossed and turned back into a safe cabin. Then they began to discuss strategies to deal with aliens. At this point, the ship's radio received the distress response they had previously sent. A rescue ship is approaching them. Jack wants to send a signal flare, but was immediately stopped by Xiaomei. Now alien energy bodies are isolated on this ship. Never allow him to come into contact with other ships. For the safety of all humanity, they can only wait until a rescue ship arrives. Blow up this ship. Just then, the transformed captain suddenly appeared in front of them. At this time, the plane has completely become a Birobotics. At a critical moment, Xiaomei took timely action. Subsequently, they met Old Black, after Jack revealed their plan to blow up the ship. But Old Black said he also had another plan, not willing to be with them. Subsequently, 3 people begin to release fuel, install bombs. Just as they were trying to escape, a giant Birobotics blocked their way, and take Ruth away, force him to inquire about the whereabouts of the detonator. At a critical moment, Jack and Xiaomei come here, but the bullets have no effect on him at all. Fortunately, Old Black also arrived in time, but the robot monster is not dead, and also blocked the channel where they met. Xiaomei and Ruth had to evacuate first. Jack woke up and found that Old Black was seriously injured in the chaos. Before death, he told Jack, when a missile is launched on the ship, maybe that's the only way he escaped. Ruth and Xiaomei were once again attacked by giant robots on their side. Critical moment. Xiaomei pushed Ruth away with a push, and he himself was caught by a robot. At this moment, he discovered everything that had leaked, and take advantage of their unpreparedness. Shoot the gas tank with one shot. After Ruth meets Jack, when the missile is launched, after Jack saw the single-person escape device made by Old Black, I also understand everything. The explosion just now did not eliminate the machine. Jack, hurry up and let Ruth sit in the escape chair. Just when Jack wanted to cover Ruth's escape, he grabbed Jack and fastened his seatbelt, quickly activated the rocket thruster. They managed to escape under the traction of the thrusters, and the other end of the escape chair is tied with Lao Hei, installed bomb. The research ship gradually sank into the seabed during the explosion, and the extraterrestrial energy bodies were successfully eliminated before the rescue ship arrived. This movie was released in 1999, although it's a pure popcorn movie, but the creativity and setting of the movie at that time were exceptionally novel, while satirizing humanity. There is also a hidden warning.